Hi everyone, the J&T GSLC podcast number 5 underway. Here again, Dr. Tim Holcomb, my sidekick again, and another Tim to my left is Tim Holcomb. So our esteemed guest this podcast, and I'm sure most of you recognize Tim. He's been around for a long time and does a lot with confirmation, so we just kind of wanted to bring you in, Tim, and talk about confirmation. I know it's a little bit different this year. Talk about what Good Shepherd means to you and a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, thank you. I've been a member since about 2004. We actually came to Good Shepherd because of the confirmation program. It was when my daughter was just joining or reaching that age of confirmation, 6th grade. And we wanted a solid program, and Good Shepherd had a solid program. So I joined the leadership right away and have been helping ever since. It's gone through a lot of changes, but it's kept me very involved in the youth side and the faith formation. It's been I guess a purpose for one of my aspects of being a member here at Good Shepherd. So I enjoy all kinds of things about Good Shepherd. I enjoy the friendships that I've made. I enjoy the family feel. I enjoy the worship services, been involved in the music programs on a couple of different levels. And I just like worshiping. And this is a very friendly place to worship. It's meaningful. Messages are typically, deep, but understandable. So that's.
And confirmation is going to be different this year? Or?
It's gonna look a little different this year because we are without a pastor at this point. We have partnered with a couple of other churches, and we're getting that rolling here in October. We have Pastor Naveen from Emmanuel Lutheran, and we have Pastor Caroline from St. Stephen Lutheran, both Eastside churches, and we're going to be joining the 3 churches together with our kids. The other 2 programs are fairly small. Ours isn't huge, but we expect to have somewhere between 10 and 15 students between 6th and 8th grade. And we're going to have all 3 of those churches do their confirmation classes together, kicking off on October 5th at St. Stephen Church at 5:30. So we will have some communication going out to the families. If there is anyone that doesn't hear from us in the next week, by October 1st, they should contact the church office so we can get you that information. If you have students of any age, 6th, 7th, or 8th grade, that want to join this confirmation program.
So 10 or 15, that's total, or that's from Good Shepherd?
That would be from Good Shepherd. The other churches are looking at 2 to 5 students, so they're smaller.
And all 3 grades are together?
Correct. All 3 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, for the most part, are together. We sometimes will break them out for different activities. Certainly toward the end of 8th grade, as we're preparing those kids for the confirmation service, we'll break them out and do some special projects with them just to make sure that they're ready to go for their affirmation of baptism.
And who else here at Good Shepherd besides you is involved in that thing?
My wife Jen is one of the leaders, and MJ Horvat is the other leader. So the 3 of us as lay leaders, along with the 2 pastors at those other 2 churches, will comprise the leadership group that I'm aware of. I don't know, there might be some other volunteers coming from those other churches as well, but I haven't met them yet.
And do you envision that different one place every time, just picking one, or do you think that we will rotate, or how do you?
Just so it's not too confusing, we are, at least for fall semester, we're going to meet at St. Stephen. So all the Good Shepherd folks will be going there to St. Stephen. They have a number of different spaces that we can use, and we will pick the ones that's right for the evening's activities.
Okay.
And looking at probably an hour and a half We're still putting the final touches on the plans, but it will likely be 5:30 to 7, and probably every other week. So I'll have to work that into your schedules to make sure you go the right Wednesdays.
But you'll have a schedule drawn up at some point here.
Absolutely, we should have that ready for that kickoff on October 5th, but that's, that date is as solid in stone on the calendar as we can get, yeah.
Okay, all right. And there'll be somebody usually from our congregation, we think, at a leader from our congregation at most of the meetings?
Yes, between the three of us, certainly at least one, and most weeks, probably all three of us will be there. So you'll have familiar faces. We will still be the contact people for the Good Shepherd group, the families.
And at their east side, they maybe know some of the kids might probably know each other from,
Possible.
that's at Horace Mann, right? Isn't
Correct,
most of those kids be at Horace Mann?
Yeah, so I think that's one neat thing that we will see, and we've seen. I saw with high school kids on a mission trip once. We just happened to end up at a mission location where another Wassa church was. And it's like, we know half these kids, so yeah, that brings some excitement to the group as well.
And maybe 20 kids total, just a bigger group might bring some.
Some better dynamics, whether we're, playing games, doing activities, putting on skits or whatever, the greater numbers could increase our opportunities for what we can do.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah. Addison's a 6th grader, so she'll be, doing it this year. She was kind of excited that when I told her we're, grouping with a couple other churches, so.
Good.
Maybe one of her friends from school is there, so, but anyway, she's kind of excited, so.
Right. And I guess I will say that the families that have 6th, 7th, and 8th graders do not have to be members of Good Shepherd or even one of these other churches to join our confirmation program. If somebody is listening to this that wants to just join us, they're absolutely welcome to do that too. We won't have their names, their family names on our list, but they can certainly contact the Good Shepherd Church office and get some information, and we'd love to talk to you about that.
From our worldwide viewership?
Right.
Well,
Right. So we have somebody from Sweden that usually tunes in, right?
They'll all be in person though, right? There won't be an online option for the Swedish group?
Probably, yeah, and it'll be middle of the night for them too.
Okay. Cool, but it'll all be in person?
Yes.
Pretty much back to usual, no COVID?
As it looks right now, there shouldn't be any real COVID protocol that we'll need to adhere to. So we're hoping that things don't get worse here in the fall.
Well, I'm always amazed, Tim, at how many things you're involved in, where we see you here and there.
Yes.
I'm amazed that you're willing to do this for these kids, even though your kids are long gone. So I think it's really a great example for the rest of us. So for all of us, I want to thank you for doing what you're doing, and thank you for stopping in.
Thank you for that. It keeps me young. When I'm with those kids, I started working with this age group when I was probably in my mid-20s, and so when I'm with that group, I think I'm still a lot younger than my hair shows.
At least you have some.
I won't say anything about that.
Yeah, at least some of us are.
We'll talk about that shortly. Yes.
Some of us are really trying to grow into it. Yeah. All right, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Tim.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we're back. Thanks again, Tim Holcomb, for coming in and sharing all that information with us. I just found out during the break that our viewership is down a little bit. Josh must have figured that out a while ago, and he's trying to prick up the lady viewership, I guess, with the...
Well, so Tim was actually supposed to grow a mustache as well, but it seems like he must have forgot or just disregarded my text message, because here I am with the mustache in the room. I would like to see if anybody likes the mustache, maybe with some comments or thumbs up. Thumbs down
Yeah,
are
thumbs
fine
up, thumbs
too. I
down,
mean, it's
we
fine.
can take a vote on the mustache.
The kids don't like it as much, so I'm not offended if somebody comments in a negative direction.
I just didn't want to scare my
But
patients.
yes, I am a little bit disappointed with Tim here. I'm,
Maybe for hunting season I can get a
okay,
little,
well,
but I don't
maybe.
like scaring the
I understand.
the people. They need to have a little confidence. So
I understand.
anyway, let us know. Hopefully people are enjoying the show. Give us some feedback on it one way or the other.
Yeah.
We certainly are having fun doing it. So
We
let us
had a
know.
lot of good conversation and information with Tim Holcomb about confirmation, so that's great. So some other information for everyone is this Sunday is the Pet and Quilt Blessing worship, and Andy Walters is going to be our leader, giving a message this Sunday. It'll be outside in the fellowship hall as well, so if it's cold, you can be in the fellowship hall. If you just want to be outdoors with the pets, you can be, so it'll be, I think it'll go fine. It's not supposed to rain, so we should be in good shape there. I don't know if you wanted to add anything to that.
No, not at all.
I-
We're going to start having some supply pastors. Is that right?
Well, we've had 2 supply pastors so far, the last 2 weeks, and I think that's gone pretty well. The message has been, I think, a good one. Pastor was, I wouldn't say he's a comedian, but he was having people, people were laughing, and he did a good job. So we don't have a pastor this Sunday, so that's why Andy's filling in. And then we have supply pastors after that until there's a mid-October, and then into November, it's getting a little bit tough to get supply pastors. So I've been reaching out to people, and it's tough.
And there is no interim pastors.
There's no interim pastors at this time, so we've told everybody that before, but we're still working hard on getting supply pastors, so there's not going to be a supply pastor every Sunday, so no communion every Sunday, and we're hoping to write on the whiteboard all our supply pastors for the upcoming week.
I assume it'll be on Facebook or on our webpage or something too, if we're having a pastor in communion or not.
Yeah. And just because we don't have communion, it doesn't mean that we don't offer other, life-giving things such as healing, for example,
Yeah.
or other things that are still going to feel like you are being fed. So still come, please.
It's still
Yeah.
a good message no matter who's giving it, so please
come.
come.
I've been
So,
go ahead.
yeah,
I got a postcard today about something on October 2nd.
well, yeah, that's next on the list here. So October 2nd is Rally Sunday, first of all. That's the kickoff of Sunday school. Wife Jill and Addison are going to head that up on Rally Sunday and take that October Sunday school is the plan. Kartika's helping a little bit with the curriculum. We're going to use the Sparks Sunday School Bible, I guess, is what we've decided to do. So we're looking for volunteers for the following months. It's not real daunting. I think it's, if anybody enjoys hanging around kids, and I think it'd be a benefit. We have a couple people that have shown some interest. We don't have anybody scheduled for November, December, but keep that in mind. The other thing happening on October 2nd is our town hall meeting. So we're going to have that after church worship, and you got a postcard. Everybody should have gotten a postcard today, if not tomorrow. And basically, after worship, get some coffee, whatever, a couple treats. But we want to go over a few things for the future here at Good Shepherd. Post Pastor Kemp, I just want to get a temperature of what people are feeling, I guess. So I'm going to have a questionnaire for people. It can be anonymous. People don't have to write their names on it, but I just want to see. There's going to be a few options of our future here at Good Shepherd. I just want to get, like I said, a temperature of what people are feeling. Okay? And the other side of that is active participation. So we're going to have a little bit of it'll be a little bit of paperwork, but not too bad. Don't get discouraged here. Just a short questionnaire of where you are helping out at Good Shepherd, and then some people, where would they like to help out at Good Shepherd. So pretty laid back atmosphere, but it's also a chance for people to ask questions to council members, share some feedback. Really anything is, anything is, I guess, good ideas, but we don't want to criticize people or anything like that. We want to have a meaningful town hall meeting.
Right, yeah, right.
Yeah.
We don't want to get off on
Right.
personal tangents, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. And we haven't formed a call committee or haven't made a decision about that yet at this point?
No, at this point, as far as that goes, we're in the, I guess, third step maybe, where we have MSP committee that basically we look at what our church is going to be in the future. So we have a committee that says, hey, we can afford this much for a pastor. This is kind of the direction we want to go. This is it's kind of like a resume for a church. That's our next step. And after that, then a call committee is the next step.
And MSP stands for?
That stands for.
It's in the notes, or maybe I don't
know if it's in the notes.
Stump the president.
No, I don't have it written down here.
Okay,
But
that's all right.
it's basically a church resume.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see.
Good.
So that's going to happen. We're also kicking off more of the fall music ministry. So bells are going to be kicking off shortly in October here. I know you're
Choir, I
you're
think,
part
has
of
more
that.
members this year, or we're looking at a few more members in choir. Yeah.
It's very hopeful. I think in all 4 musical ensembles, we are welcoming new members. Not just new members to Good Shepherd, but also people who are ready to try out choir, for example. Or
So yeah, I mean, it's
bells.
exciting for Kartika, exciting for the church, exciting
Yeah.
for people to get involved and
You know, we had
enhance
8
our.
ukulele players on the riverfront Monday, I saw. Yeah. Yeah. And
That's impressive.
So maybe we'll see Tim with some little something.
Also, the 24th is the walk to end Alzheimer's. Dia is taking care of a team, I think, from Good Shepherd.
I think
So-
Dia is working with her workplace. Anita Berndt
Okay,
is spearheading our group, but I think the last time I checked, we had about 10 walkers.
Okay.
The people who are going to walk.
good.
Saturday, the 24th of September? No.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
this Saturday.
This
Yeah.
Saturday,
Yeah.
2 days from now.
2 days from now.
Okay.
All right. That's quite an update.
Yeah, I think that's the majority of things on my list.
Well, good.
Did you have anything else?
I just feel guilty about the facial hair thing, but I just couldn't
Well, you should. I will say that, yes.
bring myself to pull it off.
You should have seen the look on my face when you walked in and didn't have a mustache. Oh, well.
I don't want to scare my mother.
Well, okay.
Should be okay.
So, well, thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Yeah, thanks. Leave some comments.
Is this episode 4 or 5?
5.
This is episode 5 already?
Yeah,
Boy.
absolutely.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Again, if you have any suggestions or questions, or if you want to be on the show, we're looking for somebody for October. So
Absolutely.
give us a shout. Thank you.